We're kind of getting into the middle of this instead of starting from the beginning. But the problem with this on the Slingshot is someone has either put the wrong DOT approved brake fluid in it, or they actually put oil in it. This rubber is supposed to fit inside there. Obviously you can see it's way too big. The rubber is swelled up and now it doesn't fit in there. The same thing happened to the inside of the hydraulic master cylinder. When I tore this master cylinder apart, it has pieces that go inside here. And they also have rubber clips or rubber, whatever you want to call that. So that swelled up and couldn't move inside the cylinder itself. Also, there's no dust cap. When it doesn't have a dust cap, what you get is you get a little bit of leakage through there, and it grabs onto the debris, and what it does, it scores your cylinder. This is the old one, and this is the new one. The new one is nice and clean, no scoring, so that will work pretty good. So what we need to do is we need to match this new one with the old one. So we're just going to cut this hose to length. And I got a pretty good idea where that goes.
You sure?
So we're going to take that. We're going to get our cutters. And we're going to cut this hose to the same length of the old one. That hose will sit in there like this, and that goes up to your reservoir. On the back side of this is where a hydraulic line comes out and goes to your slave cylinder. Your slave cylinder is inside your bell housing of your transmission that attaches to the motor. There is no bleeder screw on your slave cylinder. This is a self-bleeding master hydraulic cylinder. The only way for the air to get out is it's going to come up your line. It goes from your slave cylinder to your master cylinder, which is master cylinder is higher, so air should always rise. Just because the brakes fluid is heavier than the air. It's also heavier than oil. So if somebody did put oil in this, which I suspect they did, rather than brake fluid, because everything is swelled up, it shouldn't swell up under brake fluid, but oil will sometimes make rubber swell up. Hopefully the brake fluid gets all the way down to the slave cylinder and works, or the brake fluid gets down to the slave cylinder and works its way up to the master cylinder. It's going to take a lot of changing of the brake fluid inside your hydraulic master cylinder to get it all cleaned out, and we'll have to work that out over time. Okay, this is the new hydraulic master cylinder. Well, we're going to install it now, but to make that just a little bit easier, I'm going to remove this tube that goes up to the reservoir, just to make it a little bit easier, and then we could see inside there also with the camera. So we're going to squeeze this clip together. We're going to move that down a little bit, and then we're going to take the hose, twist it, break it free, and pull it off. We're going to need this hose still, so don't lose the hose. Come on down here. Now to put this in, what it is, it's kind of just like replacing a light bulb on the tail light of your car. It's going to fit into a metal plate, and you're just going to twist it probably about 20 degrees or so. So let's go ahead and get this inside there. That flashlight. Okay, so you can see there's where we have to get it in, and it's kind of hard to film this right now. So I'm going to slip this in. Just like that, and then we're going to line it up so it fits in, so it slips in. Okay, so now it's slipped in. Now we're going to turn it so it's now in your upright position. That's pretty loose. I'm gonna have to find out if there should be a gasket on there. Hang on. Okay, this does need a metal washer that goes between your new master hydraulic cylinder and the plate that it attaches to. Just slip it over, and then we're going to try this one more time. Slip it in, turn it around 20 degrees, push it in, and tighten it up. And we turned it to straight up and down. So now it's all set to put the hydraulic line on, and then we got to install the clutch pedal. Put the hydraulic line on. Just going to make sure this is clean. So we're going to wipe this off. There's your hydraulic line. There's a clip right here that we need to pull up. Just to demonstrate what the clip looks like on hydraulic line, you have to, I'll just show you how you just do it. It's just a metal clip. You take your tool or something, slip it under the clip, and you're going to pull it up. Once that's pulled up all the way to the top, then you can slide your hydraulic line in there. This is already been cleaned out, and I also have the hydraulic line cleaned up also. So when we get in there, we're going to slip that hydraulic line inside there, and we're going to just push the clip down. Get in there. Take the clip, pull it all the way to the top. Take your hydraulic line, push it in, push the clip down. That's all set to go. We're going to install our reservoir with the tube that we previously cut. This is our old reservoir cup. So we're going to go ahead and take the old hose off, because we do have a new one. This could be reused if you really needed to. We're going to clean this up a little bit. We could clean it up a lot better if we brought it in the garage and put some carburetor cleaner and stuff in there just to rinse all this stuff off of there. But this is pretty good. We're going to take our new hose. We're going to put it on like that. We're going to take a retaining clip. We're going to slide that up about a 1/4 inch from the top, but it's past this little hump right here. That seals it in. Also, we need the other clip from the other side of the hose that I previously cut off. So we're going to take this clip off of here. We could use the old clip too if you did misplace this clip. You're going to slide this clip on before you put it inside the vehicle, because you just end up taking it back off again. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to route this down to our new hydraulic brake cylinder, and we're going to attach it on just like that. So we're going to take our clip, we're going to squeeze that together, and put our hydraulic hose on the master cylinder. Sometimes that's a little tough to get on there, but you got to make sure it gets on there. That appears to be good. So now we're going to take our clip and we're going to install that if I had the right tool, it would be a little bit better. A little bit further down because I'm not quite on it yet. About a 1/4 inch from there. There we go. That's on there. Bolt our reservoir down. Okay, now we're just gonna mount our reservoir to the actual frame itself. All it is a 8mm bolt, and we'll use a socket for this. So line it up, get your 8mm bolt, make sure you put it in your threads by hand. If you try to force it in, you may cross thread the threads, and then you will ruin either your bolt yourself or the nut that it goes into. Once you get it nice and hand tight, take your socket wrench, and we're just going to tighten this up. I don't know the torque specifications, but a little bit snug is all you're going to need. Nice and mounted, it's nice and stable right now. Okay, what we've done is pumped it about 100 times or so. But what I found the best thing to do is when you depress your clutch pedal, leave it down for a little bit, let that air come through up into the hydraulic master cylinder, and when you pull it back, you're going to see some bubbles come up, so it'll evacuate some of that air. The clutch or pedal is starting to stiffen up pretty good. I still got about 2 inches worth of play on the top end, but it feels pretty solid on the bottom end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinstall the cap. That rubber piece that's on top is in poor shape. We'll put it in there just because it should be in there, but we needed to get a new one of those. But before that, we're gonna refill our reservoir up to the proper operating level. You're gonna look on the side of your reservoir, and there's 2 lines. One is for the lower and one is for the upper. We're gonna put it up to the upper, and then we're gonna start this thing up and see if we can disengage or engage that clutch. Okay, we're gonna try this. Go ahead and start it up and try to engage your clutch. feet.
Is there anything in my way?
No, it's clear back there. Okay, that's 2 feet. Stop. Go forward 2 feet.
With the hood open?
Okay, stop. Thank you. Okay, we just had a successful clutch engagement, but there's a few things that I had to do to get this thing to actually work. Here's our clutch pedal, and I had about 2 inches of play. Now I probably got maybe a ½ inch. There's not a lot there right now, but when I depress the clutch pedal all the way to the floor and I let it sit there for 5 seconds or so, I'd let it up and you see some more bubbles come up out of that thing. Now if you let it up too quickly, what's going to happen inside your reservoir when that brake fluid comes back up, it disturbs it and it creates its own bubble, which you're thinking you're getting air out of the system, but you're not. So depress the clutch pedal, leave it down for a 5-10 seconds, let it back up until you get rid of most of this play. The first time I did this, I had about 2 inches of play and I thought it was good enough. We tried it and we failed. That it wasn't engaging that throwout bearing inside the clutch. But what you can feel now is when I depress it, it's got some resistance to it. And right there, it depresses really easy. So that's what's happening, is that the pressure is enough to depress that slave cylinder inside your transmission. And once it gets easy, like right at the end there, that slave cylinder is actually moving in there. Right here, I can feel it moving. Just this little bit is moving that slave cylinder. The rest of this right here is just making sure that your hydraulic master cylinder is full of fluid, and when it's all the way out like this, you can see there's enough pressure inside there holding that back, or enough air evacuated, that you can depress it and pull it back out. So now we're going to do a little test drive. He's on, it's powering up, everything's going back to neutral home position. We're going to press the start button. Okay, I don't drive this much, but we've got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse. Reverse is all the way over to the right and back. Okay, it engaged real soon on me. That's good. We're gonna back out of the driveway here. Brakes seem to work good. First gear. Okay, clutch is all the way out. Seems to be engaged. No slipping, which is great. Pull out into the road here, and we'll take her for a little spin. Downshift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And to a complete stop. Clutch is all the way depressed. It's disengaged. We're going to go straight down this road. See if we can get up to fifth gear. My speed, it's only 35 till we hit the bridge. I know everyone drives these and you want to let it rip, but we got to obey the law. There we go. get you the thing. Okay, well, when we took that ride, I noticed this Slingshot was all over the road. So what I'm thinking is going on is that the tires might be a little bit low. I don't know if you can see this flex. The tires have a little bit of flex to them. That means they can go side to side. This tire holds maximum pressure 50 psi at 340 kPa, or maximum of 1521 pounds. So we're gonna go ahead and put 50 pounds of air in here. Don't know what it's at here. Hold this. So take our tire and we're gonna look at this right here. Get closer to this so you can see it. And we're gonna see how much pressure is in there. Right now we got less than 20 pounds of pressure. So we're gonna fill the air up. The sidewalls on these are pretty stiff because they're a low profile, but I believe the more pressure you're gonna have, and the correct pressure is gonna keep that sidewall a little bit stiffer. Once we get all three of these aired up, we're gonna take it up for another ride and see if this thing hangs on the road a little bit better. Done. So, we're almost up to our 50 pounds pressure in the tire. About 48 right now. Okay, that's 50 pounds. One more tire, and then we're gonna take it for another ride. Stop. Alright, so what I've noticed since I got the tires up to 50 psi, they just redid this road. They sealed all the cracks. There's nothing ahead of me now but behind us, but I felt every single one of them with the increase in tire pressure. Now we're going to go down this road that we're coming up to. It has a lot of valleys and hills in it, which kind of throws the machine all over. We're going to see if it's going to do any better with the increase in air pressure. I had a hard time keeping this thing on the road at 60 miles an hour. I think the sidewalls were flexing just a little bit. The front end of this machine was all over the road. I had to keep adjusting my steering wheel constantly. Right now, I do have to adjust a little bit, but this thing is about 3 times better than it was before, and I don't feel like I'm going to dart off into the